Welcome back. Very frustrated with this part. And I've looked up the answer. I feel ridiculous now because it's, again, the answer is in the future. Doc said it. This is actually a skateboard.
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Callahan. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I'd better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interests. You see, I know what you're up to.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
I think he just said I know what you're up to.
Occupy till you get back.
But... yeah, I don't know. Alright, so let's use the skateboard on a sidewalk.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup. Emmett?
Thanks
How was he
again
doing
for
there?
your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the Expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now, in love with the woman of my dreams, and a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Alright, let's see. What's this printer thing?
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you. Hey, the test subject wears this mind mapping helmet which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Maybe not a good idea.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
That's funny. Anything
How goes the
interesting?
bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Let's undo that.
Ew.
Ugh. Did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Well, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
Ooh, oil can.
What's
What's going to
this?
ruin his suit?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Yoink.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your
Whoops.
suit's ruined.
Sorry.
It's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Of course.
What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Alright, so how can I get rid of that?
That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
He thought of everything, didn't he? Yoink.
What the hell is that?
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula. So after 12 hours, your cleanser just...
Battery acid? Don't be ridiculous. It merely turns away any fat...
Yeah, fine.
Battery acid, really? What is this, man?
Alright, I think that may have been everything we can do here in Emmett's lab. Projection screen.
Hey, could we watch Frankenstein on this?
Sorry, Harry, but I need this projector to trigger positive and negative visual stimuli for my mental alignment tests. Besides, a movie like Frankenstein should really be watched on a big screen, don't you think?
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
That's Kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I'd better replace it with another one.
Okay, let's try this. Wait, didn't he give me mine? Maybe not. Maybe it's still over here.
Nothing happened.
Well, that button didn't...
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really. Mind if I...
Go ahead. Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
So how can I...
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
I want to take one of those. How can I do that?
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards. Like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together. Once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing. Oh.
Oh, we need a photo album too.
Got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it sends out an electric shock.
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Okay, so I think... Let's see.
So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
No kidding.
Okay, here we go. Let's try turning this on and making him make a new
Ew.
mind card thingy.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Yeah.
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of...
I know. Come on. How do I... Not exactly what I wanted to do.
Careful! Don't let all the flavor escape.
According to Emmett, this thing...
Yes, I know, but how do I load it? I gotta print a card.
Hey there, you stinky little bacteria. Ew.
Oh.
There we go. I think they got it.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mine.
I know, but how do I get the thing? I'm so confused again.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind. This button only works while the mind map test is active. According to Emmett,
I know what it does. Come on. How do I
looks like
load
you got
the
a
thing?
lot of hooligans.
Yeah.
Alright. Looking up more answers. Holy crap, this is complicated. Okay, looking up... Alright. Alright, that's Edna. So we're gonna make him unhappy.
Ew.
And then we advance the slide, I think. That's supposed to be John Wilkes Booth, who bad people would like, so we need to make his helmet green.
Ah, that smells much better. That smells good.
Okay, and then we advance the slide again. And that's a police officer. So we're gonna make him seem like a degenerate criminal by making it go red again.
Hey there, you stinky little...
Yeah, bacteria.
Ew.
Now this is a picture of Tannen somehow.
Ah, that's the stuff.
Supposedly this is
and carefree.
Trixie Trotter, so
I don't care
I don't...
if I do get the
It just says innocent looking child.
If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I don't care.
Whatever, let's just leave it that way and see what happens. That's Trixie Trotter, okay.
But I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me.
Let's test it and make sure.
It's almost bad enough. I just need one more wrong answer to drive Emmett's mind map all the way down to Kid Tannen's level.
That's what I was afraid of. Let's turn the test on. Let's try this again. This should go a little quicker this time. That's Edna, who he should dislike.
Ew.
Wish I could skip the little cutscenes this time. And we'll advance the slide. This is supposed to be John Wilkes Booth. Who criminals would like.
Ah. That smells good.
And this is Officer Parker. Who he should dislike.
Ew. Ew.
And then we have this guy, who is not on the tips that I was reading. Well, I mean, it says it's supposed to be Tannen, but I don't think this is Tannen. It says oh, it's a photo of a Tannen. Alright.
Ah. That smells good.
So worried I'm going to click the wrong thing there and click the power switch or something instead. Now the innocent looking child is not on the list. Oh wait, yeah it is. I just... Okay. This is supposed to be Edna's brother. That's what it says, but whatever. So we gotta make his helmet red either way.
Ew. Ew.
And Trixie Trotter, so we're going to make his helmet to be green this time.
Ah. That smells good.
Okay, now we're going to test it to make sure that it shows... Oh, it's broken.
Hey, Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps shorting out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Seriously. I'm sure it's correct, but we're going to put it in here just to make sure.
Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map and Emmett's own machine will do him in. Okay, Emmett. Get ready to meet the new you.
Hey,
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map.
Let's hope so.
Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Alright, let's see. No photo albums. Let's ask him
Hey,
just
Emmett,
in case.
got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the weeks since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
Alright, that's enough.
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
Alright, I don't think the oil's going to work here, so we're going to go ahead and leave.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No.
Not a
Oh,
good idea.
Right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Now let's
Hey,
exit.
Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Alright, so now we got the other tent open, which is good. There's gotta be something in here useful.
Press button to experience Hill Valley's primeval past. Okay, if this dinosaur is called a Tanninosaurus, I'm gonna... Oh, whew. Furs donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause.
Yoink.
Stuck tight in this
Oh.
tar.
Fine. I'll push the button.
Times may be hard in Hill Valley, but our president.
Yeah, I don't care.
If you find yourself drowning in
Sorry,
debt,
people.
well, you could be drowning in something a whole lot stickier, like the Hill Valley tar pits. This peek into the distant past is brought to you by Lamont's House of Urban, reminding you fur is forever.
I don't want to get that covered in any...
Okay.
That doesn't need cleaning.
Well, how do I get the fur?
They're stuck tight in this tar.
I have to unstick it somehow.
Maybe when Real Doc comes back, we'll take a trip to see a dinosaur. Hey, Artie.
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
So you're the registration guy for the expo?
And chief accountant and paymaster.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
And none of it would have happened if I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
You haven't met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she.
Alright, enough of that.
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
I don't know how I'm supposed to
That's our,
unstick
code name for you.
the
Oh,
fur.
ha! Funny.
Let's see if this tells me what to do. Yeah, that's what I did. I tried that, didn't I?
That doesn't need cleaning.
I guess you gotta be very specific about where you click on
It's a
things.
good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, where the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's slip out of those furs, shall we?
Alright, so the only thing I'm missing is the photo album.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, what's
Yeah, you
smacking
can
the...
punch her still, it's fine.
It would be fun to watch.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
fine.
You got all the...
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm in...
Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good enough?
Well, they're a little ratty, but, they'll work. How about a diamond in the photo album?
I'll get them to you. Voila.
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up, and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it. Now bring me that photo album, and we'll be in business.
Hi, Trix.
Oh,
No,
smacking the...
don't.
Well, it would be fun.
Oh, right.
That was creepy.
So, you got everything?
I'm working on it. Now bring me that...
Alright, need the photo album still, and I don't know where else it's gonna be but Emmett's lab. Unless this Emmett has something.
Hey, Doc. Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
I swiped this from Emmett's, your lab.
My
It's a...
anti-stick, anti-stain formula. I remember it well. I had high hopes for that concoction, until I discovered that it decays into a cloth-shredding enzyme after 12 hours.
That's what your younger self said. I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, don't. About. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Alright, well...
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Hey, the light's green. That
That's
means
good.
Doc can take the DeLorean out again. I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, Mike. Yes?
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the systems check out, I should be able to take it for another test run. I've got to run a short end, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
Okay, let's see if this works.
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it's starting to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
Alright, I'm getting very frustrated with this, so we're going to cut this off and I'm going to take a break. I will catch you guys in the next video.